This is my unforgettable night. Of course, this unforgettable is not a good thing. 3 years ago, I met a woman in a nightclub, and I saw her the first time I entered the store. Her eyes were like picking merchandise, sweeping around in the crowd of men. I avoided her eyes a little unconfidently. After all, I still know my appearance. But I didn't expect him to come directly and take the initiative to talk to me. I was very curious about your voice. I was stunned. I had never heard of such a conversation. But I also started chatting with him. But he didn't look at my face at all, just kept staring at my mouth. I tried my best to show my humor, clumsy and funny. I felt embarrassed myself, but he seemed to appreciate it and invited me to his house. I still can't believe it. What kind of shit luck did I have? As soon as I arrived at his house, he suddenly took out a rope, and my heart skipped a beat. I couldn't help but think, do you have to play so big in order not to spoil the atmosphere? I didn't ask much. Asterisk, I tried to kiss him, but he opened my mouth with his hand and said, "Don't worry, this mouth has to talk first." I'm more fierce, but he still smiled and said, yes, let's chat and connect with our feelings." He suddenly pulled a sharp knife out of the drawer and said, "Good boy, I want to hear you say something sweet. Come on, praise me with the most beautiful words you can think of, and I'll give you a score." He dangled the knife in front of my mouth, which seemed to mean that if the praise didn't sound good, he would be punished with a knife. I was sweating coldly on my back. I couldn't figure out if it was real or not, and I didn't know what he was trying to do, so I could only smile awkwardly and say, "Is that right? Then I'll warm up my mouth first." I deliberately moved my mouth to ease the atmosphere, but he said, "Seriously, I really want to know if I caught a delicious little fish today. And I've heard the praise so far, but I haven't tasted it." I stared at the knife in his hand, and finally understood what was going on. He wanted my lips, and he could only say sweet words. If I made a wrong move, I would have a bloody sword on the spot. Asterisk, I was sweating profusely, and my heart was in a mess. Desperately thinking about compliments, I never expected to encounter such an exciting night. The first time I met a dreamy girl like you, my heart almost stopped, and tonight I'm going to make your ears hear honey. He closed his eyes and listened to my praise with a smile of enjoyment. I looked at the opportunity, slapped the knife in his hand, slapped him hard. He shouted and fell to the ground. I then punched him a few more times until he stopped resisting. I ran away and ran out of his house. I immediately called the police. The police came and found the faint figures of other people in the house. They found 3 men tied up in the house, but they were all speechless and cried non-stop, and their tongues were covered in knife marks. Asterisk, the investigation found that he often seduced men in nightclubs, took them home to force them to say sweet words, and scored men's tongues with knives. When the police caught him, he asked the police, and even the judge, to praise him. Ever since I met that woman, I have left a psychological shadow. When I meet women again, I can't open my mouth. Maybe he will find new prey when he gets out of prison. He is like a little girl, constantly searching for toys that can amuse him, but his toys are living people.